On day 188, I want to talk about a verse I came across, a couple verses I came across today that I thought fit pretty well in terms of what we're about to do, which is start our week. Tomorrow's Monday, and when I think about Mondays, there's a lot of hope. Some people dread Mondays, but if you have goals and you have intention and you're trying to be the best person God created you to be, I think you have a really good opportunity every start of the week to really start well, to keep promises that you make to yourself. And yeah, there's going to be external things that happen, and you're going to fail at times along the way, but it's just like aiming high and showing up for yourself and keeping promises. There's a lot of hope in that. So the verses that I came across this week from Colossians 3, verses 1 through 4, I want to read through that and kind of relate it to starting our week well, showing up for ourselves, and keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. Starting in verse 1. Since then you have been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you will also appear with him in glory. So we died to ourselves, and our lives are now hidden with Christ in God. And in my application study Bible, it summarizes those set of verses by saying, setting our hearts on things above means striving to put heaven's priorities into daily practice. Setting our minds on things above means concentrating on the eternal rather than the temporal. And it references some other verses. For example, Philippians chapter 4, verse 7, where it talks about Christ's rule in our minds and in our hearts. So that's the challenge this week, is how do we, as we move throughout the week, and we're going to have some good days maybe and some not so good days, and some days that are really easy and some days that are maybe stressful, but no matter what the circumstance is, how do we set our minds on the eternal over the temporal? Maybe you got that stressful appointment or that work meeting or that thing you haven't been looking forward to. Or maybe you actually have a week that you're really excited for, and then come Wednesday, the week didn't turn out how you planned, so you're let down. All of us have different walks. All of us have different things going on through the week, different calendars, different variations of busy or not busy. But whatever it is, whatever you got going on, walk through your week, setting our minds on the eternal, dying to ourselves, and prioritizing Christ's plan for us over our own. It says, when Christ, who is your life, appears, then you will also appear with him in glory. Remember that. I'm going to keep the video short and simple today. But that's what I've got in my heart this week, is setting our hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. His ways are better than our own. It's like John, I think it's John chapter 3, verse 30 that we talked about. He is greater than I. He must become more, we must become less. And if we can focus on that with the correct perspective throughout the week, we're going to be filled with a lot more joy, a lot more intention, and a better vessel to carry out God's mission in our life. We're going to love people better. We're going to show up for people more. We're going to be a good example of what a Christ follower means. That's day 188.